as what could be used on the consoles, but we're not doing it on the consoles.
I mean, hey, if it works, then that means there's something.
If it works, we can put up with it. At least as long as we can, until we potentially figure out something else to get the other crap working. It's gonna be some crap if it's gonna be some crap if it doesn't pop up with either of our voices.
I'd be fucking pissed.
I mean, don't go too off the deep end, because I think there might be a possibility for that. I don't know why it would happen. I don't know what the reason would be, but I feel like that might happen.
Alright, so that should be long enough for a test.
If neither of our voices show up, I feel like that could indicate phones are a no-go for some reason. That could indicate...
Are you fucking kidding me?
Did it work?
For some reason, that could...
Are you fucking kidding me?
Huh.
I don't know why it would happen. I don't know what the reason...
I mean, hey.
Something. If it works, we can put up with it. At least as long as we can, until we potentially figure out something else to get the other crap working.
This is some fucking horseshit, dude.
What? That it works on the phones but doesn't work on
No,
between
now
the
just,
two?
now it just fucking magically works. Like, okay, fuck it, we're just gonna roll with it. See what audio quality we can get to work with, you know? It's like...
Yeah, so, I don't know, it seems, so, alright, so it basically means that I guess that doesn't function the way it's supposed to, because, like, both of them being phones, perfectly fine.
Well, no,
Both, one
now
being a
that
phone and system, no.
It's working now that I have the other phone off, too. So it's like, this whole time, it just decides to work now.
Oh. The PS5 is like, oh crap, he's using the broadcast feature. Oh crap. He hasn't used this since he got the freaking thing. Oh crap.
Like, what the fuck?
You just needed to start it up a little bit just to get it warmed up, and it was like, oh crap.
Like, what the fuck is this? A goddamn
See, it's
fucking
okay,
boat?
Scott. It's all test runs. It doesn't matter. And that first test run got it up and going. So I guess now it's
the first test run was so screwy. It's like, Jesus, man. It's like they tried to nail Jesus to the cross, and somehow he ends up in Notre Dame.
What?
All of a sudden, he's in Japan chilling with a samurai, drinking a Bud Light, which doesn't even exist yet. But he just went, hey, along, let me do this thing with the water. I'm gonna turn into something really fucking funky.
You half summed up the new Call of Duty season. They would do that. They already got half of that there. Just throw in the Bud Lights all over the place, and they're like, all right, well,
they're in the Bud Lights and the Jesus.
Needed to be added to it to get that combination there.
Hardpoint.
Alright, so for as stupid of a question to ask if this is still going on, is the freaking stream still being aired right now?
We're still doing it.
Okay.
We're doing this.
What a wonderful question. I know, as stupid of a question, it's like, are we on the air right now? Well, we've been talking for that like 5-10 minutes, but yes, it is still going on.
Well, think about
we'll have to do that with freaking first episode. It's gonna be like 15 minutes in of us just talking, and then I'm just gonna interject and be like, so we're live, right?
If we actually
like, well, I mean, we've only been streaming for 15 minutes, but yes, we are.
If we ever do go with the goofball podcast idea, now we know we can actually try to make it work with some effort. Thank you, Sony.
Because how dare we put
effortless process? Such an effortless process. Thank you, Sony. your gracious upgrading of features that work perfectly fine on the PS4. Thank you. We
Hey, at least our voices, you know, granted we had to freaking mess with it the first time. But at least we went from messing with it to it working the next time.
We had to sacrifice a goat to make it work, man. You got any idea how much that goat cost? 8 shillings. Fuck you.
How much it cost? You know how much it hurts to have to pay for something or just to immediately get rid of it? It's like all those freaking game consoles that people had to make those prank videos on. You know how much money they had to pay for those down at the GameStop?
Man, it's like going to DK Oldies.
I was just about to say, but you know what? That whole prank video scene might actually be better now, because you could just order something from a website and get a crappy console right away, so you don't even have to feel bad about messing it up. It's already messed up.
But at the same time though, have you seen how much those consoles cost on DK Oldies? They said we're gonna sell you
I saw like a picture, I think, in a thumbnail of 64 that had a price on it.
They said we're gonna sell you a used PS3 that hasn't been cleaned for the price of a PS5. The disc version.
Sure, that will be 600. It's like, this is a PS3 that's been put through a river.
Dude,
and maybe partially set on fire. That'll be $600. $600.
Dude, the one dude on YouTube was a Jacob R. Man, that shit looked like a PS3 belonged to the Prince of Persia. There's so much goddamn sand in it. Well, not sand, it was like dust, but it's so thick. It might as well have been sand. If a woman's sand, she had the sandy cooch.
That would be pretty bad if you got whether it be quote unquote refurbished or not, anything, you get the thing and it's like, is this sand?
Like, goddamn.
Holy crap.
The audacity to sell that for any price as refurbished.
The
fucking audacity of that shit. Man, fuck you, Joey. Yeah, no, I'm being harsh. Fuck you, Joey's boss. There we go. That's a more correctly directed fuck you.
It's more direct.
It's more correctly directed. Let's be honest. Joey's just a motherfucking fall guy. They went, yeah, get some dude who smiles. He'll be a fall guy for when this goes south.
Get the man who smiles.
Get the man in the pickle suit.
Get a man in the pickle suit to hand me a game console that looks like somebody frickin' sandboarded with it through the frickin' Sahara Desert.
If your lips are dry like the Sahara Desert, you probably bought a PS3 from DK Oldies.
You probably... If your lips are dry like the Sahara Desert, you probably sandboarded through the desert.
Like, goddamn, I wonder how much they would fucking charge you for a fucking used PS5. They said, that'll be $3,000.
That'll be $3,000? Yes, that will be, like a quarter of the price that Amazon was charging for Wii U's 5 years ago.
Pause. Fucking what?
Okay, be fair, I don't know if Amazon was the one doing that. I don't know what the heck was going on with that. But no joke, I think like 20... Oh, I don't know. Let's see, when did the Wii U really stop? Because it was like 2012 when it
the day after it came out.
Okay, well, the day... Wait, what was that?
The day after it came out.
Oh, well, I mean, to some, maybe. But I was just also going to say, like, I figured we would have been, like, the day the Switch came out. I was like, yeah, I mean, technically, yeah. But, I don't know, at some point... I don't know if it was before or like after or whatever. There was a point in time where I think, and I actually looked that up myself. I was like, alright, let me see this. And apparently on Amazon, for some reason, I think if I recall, and I'm not accidentally exaggerating this. I think Wii U's were going for like $10,000 on Amazon. I was like, why are they so
fucking drunk motherfucker? It's like,
Yeah,
I didn't want the system when it was cheap.
Whoever Amazon in the Nintendo department slept on the keyboard that night. Like,
probably the same dude that freaking was in charge of putting in the order for the printing of the Metroid Prime Remastered cartridges, and he accidentally forgot to add a few zeros onto the end of it, and they only printed like 400 of them instead of 400,000. Like that's the thing. Those things are apparently hard to fucking find in stores. Meanwhile, I got lucky. I had to drive through 3 stores.
Although
in the middle of a winter weather advisory.
You can probably say this is a sad thing that you can actually say. That, given it's Nintendo, I can't entirely put it past them for that to have been done on purpose.
Yeah.
They already did it with Mario 3 All-Stars, but granted, they were upfront about that to some extent. They were like, yeah, nobody really liked that they were doing it, but they were like, hey, we're doing it.
No, it's like, I literally had to drive to 3 different stores in the middle of fucking winter weather advisory. Rest of my life, how these dumbasses drive out here in the middle of a fucking slushy snowstorm, or ice storm, just to get this game. I had to go 3 different stores, because y'all couldn't print enough copies. Y'all had this game waiting to come out for what, a couple years now? And I still had to risk my ball sack to go get it. Now, don't get me wrong, am I upset that I did? No. I wanted that game. I like that game. Thank you, Nintendo, for finally fucking giving me that game. But that being said,
now we see if we get the other 2 by the time before it comes out.
I swear to God, honestly, I'm gonna be honest, to make me happy, they don't even need to remaster 2. Just change the controls, put it out, preferably in a physical copy that I can actually get my fucking hands on, because I will fucking buy it. No, like, shit. You don't even have to remaster 3 to make me happy. Like, you can. I'll gladly buy it.
You're sharing the mindset I am with, like, re-releasing any games that I would buy re-releases of. It's like, okay, look, I don't mind if you're gonna take like a remaster or remake approach, but you don't have to. Just give me the game at the bare minimum. And if anything, we're at a point now where that might be the better option, because we went from like, oh, we'd rather have like remakes and remasters that at least seem like they're not just simple port jobs and just, have something more to them. Now we're at a point where it's the opposite of that. Now it's like, people have been burned by too many of these remake or remaster attempts, so it's like, just give us the basic ports. And then we'll get that,
I just want to play the second game again
with the new controls again.
That's all I want. I want to play Metroid Prime 2 with the new controls. That's all I want. That's all it takes to make me happy.
Just port the Wii versions of 2 and 3, and then just maybe go a little further and add other control seats, and then that's it.
Just add the new controls.
We already updated the controls to some extent with another control method with the Wii version.
No, we're not doing the fucking Wii controls. Just take the controls from number 1 remaster, put them in 2, and give me. Where's my fucking wallet? I will give you all the money right now. Where's my wallet?
Where's my wallet?
I will trade y'all.
I will throw some money at you.
I will trade y'all.
I won't. I'm getting my wallet right now.
I will trade y'all this box of ammo in my hand.
And
that goes for about $40 fucking dollars. I will give y'all that, and like whatever the fucking tax is, in cash.
Whatever
for
the
this game. Right now.
It's like I won't even throw physical money at you. I'll throw my freaking debit card at your face. You know how much money is attached to that thing? That's more money than I could ever throw at you all at once. I don't have that much money in my. Why do you say?
Yeah, you give me a little too much credit here, buddy.
You're giving me too much credit. Well, I don't know. I think I'm almost more speaking I'm more putting myself out there now at this point. I'm just like, I got more money attached to this thing than I could throw at you physically. And that's not just I'm not even trying to say that I'm rich. I just don't carry that much money around in my wallet. What do you think? I'm crazy?
That's accurate. Actually, how much money do I actually have in my actual physical cash
And it's
money
just
do I have in my wallet?
that's how
Hold
you
on.
get. You're just asking to get robbed at that point, man.
Let's see.
Like anything
I can throw,
above like 100 for just casual,
I can
travel.
throw exactly $3 at them in cash right now without going to the bank. I mean, we could add a few more if I'm throwing them in
for
coins.
casual travel. For casual travel and everything, anything above like 100 is probably unnecessary. If you're going to a freaking convention or something, you have to pay on the spot. I could understand, taking that freaking.
You see, Shadow, though,
taking
did you know all merchants work on a barter system, so long as you have a gun?
So long as you have a gun.
Things get really, really cheap when you have those. Life hacks.
Intimidation is the ultimate discount. Intimidation is the ultimate. And it took like however many. Oh, good lord! All right, I moved my phone slightly to either direction to put it into horizontal view, and now the freaking party menu is messed up. Okay, hold up. There we go.
See, that's what you fucking get. You get what you fucking deserve.
You get what you deserve. How dare you not be on your PS5 right now and actually?
Yeah, exactly. You're over here being you're over here being a fucking chunderhead. Goddamn going on goddamn Reddit. We're looking up freaking recipes on how to make Gamer Girl bathwater cake or flavored cake.
Recipes?
Yeah, looking up recipes on how to make Gamer Girl bathwater cupcakes. So you can sit there and try to send them to EDP445 in exchange for money. Because we all know he just wants a cupcake. Fuck you, EDP. You a bitch.
I swear, man. The freaking YouTube algorithm's gonna have a heart attack with this. Because literally, I don't want if we had a legit following and all that crap, what the heck?
Pause.
What?
There's a dude with a freaking Naruto villain name on my team. But that villain lost in the show, so I think we're gonna lose this match. Shit.
Well, I mean, I can't speak to whether he won or not, but I know. And I was in the gulag with Naruto that one time. I don't know if he won, but I know I did. And I can actually say that I can legit say that sentence. I was with Naruto in the gulag that one time.
I was Naruto in the anime gulags. I was in there for... I've been in the gulag with Naruto. I was in there because I was punished. Because I was buying too much fucking waifu merchandise for V2.
I was buying too much.
About upgrade merchandise.
Why is that the voice that you chose for that?
About off-brand merchandise. I'm listening to the website and they tracking me down.
Off-brand merchandise.
Yeah, off-brand.
You only buy the truest, tried and true. Okay.
I thought it was Hololive.
Why do you? I'm not spending cheap money on this.
I know. It's kind of
better not be anyway.
It's kind of a fucking problem. We need to stage an intervention, my son.
It's like I better not be getting cheap money on this because this stuff isn't the cheapest in the world. Granted, most of it's the shipping, but still. You're gonna have a lot of disappointed people if they pay the $82 for those body pillow covers, and then they're just kind of like whatever. It's like this is clearly not any better than $30. Clearly.
Oh no shit, it's not fucking better. This is a goddamn $30 one with the fucking anime teeth printed on it. You fuck.
With the
and it doesn't even have the right freaking logo on it. It doesn't say Hololive. It says Hololube.
Hololube. Doesn't say Hololive. It says Hololive. I don't even know what live means.
That's what happens when you order off Wish.com.
It's like, well, I guess if they, and the funny thing is, it's like, it's completely messed up, but if they at least said, instead of wife, it made wife, it would have made, still made no sense, but at least it would have been a word. It's just hollow wife. Oh, okay. It's the Wish. Like, oh wow.
That's what you
I
get when you
didn't
order.
know them messing up the logo would make it that would drop the price that much. But I mean, they got it around the copyright, so I guess that's where, like, you know what? We don't have the actual logo on here, so it's probably better. It's probably okay that we don't have the logo on here. So I guess it kind of worked out. But. And you know, so I could look up that freaking old video of yours that you mentioned earlier, and we could just turn this into the reminiscing with Shadowfall 2.
We're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
We're not going down that hole.
If I'm doing anything on the PC, I will have it muted, so don't worry. No, we won't do that. We'll just keep spouting off nonsense that we're doing right now. But it's okay, because the video is going to test, so none of the stuff that's going on right now matters.
Potato PC?
Potato PC? Potato PC!
There's a motherfucker named Just Do You 21 on my team. Fuck you. And your creepy ass name. Jesus Christ, does no one else on my team know how to fucking score? Jesus fucking Christ.
Screw you and your relatively positive leaning username. How dare you try to encourage me?
He ain't trying to encourage you, he's trying to fuck you.
Very extreme reaction to have. How dare you be nice to me? You clearly just want to screw me. How dare you be nice to me? In any capacity. Just get away from me. But yeah, that if I did that, it would totally just get sidelined into a completely different freaking thing. We already had that, like, part one of that, like, freaking 3 or so years ago, or whatever. I'm pretty sure that's one of the last things that you even had on this channel. It's probably like the second or third to last thing that ever got put up on here. It was literally just a live stream of you and me looking through old crap. Which we do, which is nothing new for us, but, like, we live streamed that. Not sure entirely why, actually, that you did that, but I'm kind of glad you did, because that's, in and of itself, we could have Inception, and just look back on the video of us looking back on stuff. It's like, we were such a mess.
Oh shit, I already got thrown into a match. Fuck. Time to go bash people with my shield. I am Captain Conseco. Time to go be Captain Panama. Can I get Captain America? Nah, you didn't pay enough for him. You got Lieutenant Panama.
Lieutenant Panama.
Private Venezuela. First Colonel Aruba. First Colonel Aruba survived the cruise missile. You missed.
I just freaking click on the bring the start menu up on my PC, and I just think, well, I see the little calendar thing says Thursday the 2nd. I'm like, oh yeah, so I get obligatory, just random freaking topic. how's everybody feeling now that we're already in March?
Fuck you.
Yeah, what happened to the first 2 months of the year, huh?
Here's my response. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Making me think about the fucking passage of time and how fucking life is ever fading and fleeting, you fucking bastard.
Well, I mean, I kind of already brought that up with the fact that we already look back on the past. So why not think about the actual passage of time that causes that?
How about no?
How about now?
Unless,
Well, you know, it's got. Here's that's your reaction. I could bring up something that I've thought about. I could bring up something that I've thought about before, but I thought about it again.
Well, I swear to God, if you make me feel old, I swear to Jesus.
Well, if anything, it might make you feel old, but that's not the way it hit me. It more just makes you realize because it's boiled down to such a simple number, it makes you just feel insignificant. Because like, well, I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm too far into this now not to say it.
I know, at this point it's getting more irritating that you're not fucking saying it. Like, fuck.
Yeah, it's you know, it's a very specific way of like, I don't know, like, I don't know. It's a simple way to like say it or whatever, but like, or convey it. I was just thinking, I thought about it in the past, but a few days ago I just kind of thought about it again, and it just struck me as like slightly, maybe depressing. This time around, and I just thought about like, so what it was is just the fact that like, I was trying to think like, okay, well, you know, console generations at this point are like, not quite a decade, but like, pretty darn close. The majority, like, you know, they're the majority of a decade at this point, like 7-ish years, 8 or whatever if we get to like PS3 360 territory. So that's like basically, you know, mostly a decade. So, like, we round that up to, like, 10 years. That means that, like, in my lifetime, I only got, like, 6 or maybe 7 of those left to experience. And I'm just like, and then you think about that and you're like, wow, when you put that whole passage of time, which is a really pretty, you know, nothing to sneeze at, you know, it's like a 50 some, you know, if you get to the higher end, that's like a good 50 or so year, 50, 60 past, you know, year a time span. But when you just shrink it down and condense it to just like, oh yeah, the number of console generations you might be able to, you know, you have left to witness in your lifetime, and it's like, oh, that's a depressing way of looking at it. It's also not a very fair or accurate or fair way to look at it, because it's like, yeah, you're looking at it in terms of passage of time with console generations. Sure, it doesn't seem that long, but it's like you are still talking like a good 50 or so year span of time, like at least. Yeah, because that's, yeah, something like that. And now everybody can narrow it down to how old we are. Because they're like, well, they're talking
I
this
swear to God, I'm
time.
gonna fucking... Jaden, Shadow, fuckface. I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to hurt you a lot. It's going to be very entertaining for me to do so. I will take great pleasure in causing you pain. I will have Dakota shove a bamboo reed straight up in your asshole.
Bamboo reed?
You'll shove bamboo straight up your asshole. You understand? And then you will have to hear him talk about anything. This punishment will be worthy.
Just do that torture technique where you just strap them to something and just have the bamboo slowly grow from the ground and eventually go through their body. Even though you'd think they probably would die from just about anything else before that crap goes to them. But then again, bamboo, I believe, is supposed to grow pretty quickly, so that's the reason they're even able to do that.
You think that's fucking bad? Yeah, no, we're not talking about human torture methods. We are not doing that.
We're not talking about. We already talked about enough nonsense. We don't need to actively try to talk about messed up, disturbing things. The algorithm's already gonna have a freaking heart attack trying to process all the freaking crap we say.
That's a no-show. We're not doing that. We don't do that here.
We don't do what? Talk about freaking torture.
We don't talk about torture here, Shadow. This is a safe space. Okay, not really, but not an emotionally safe space. But
I mean, it's a physically safe, but probably not mentally, or not mentally, and definitely not verbally.
I'm about to say not physically safe once your ass is in range. I'm gonna buy a BB gun and shoot you in the nuts with it.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I'm just gonna open Chrome again, because it had another break, which is not balanced and not equivalent to how long it was in use. But also at the same time, at the very least, it allowed it to update. And man, you never realize how many updates or how frequently Chrome on PC gets updated when you never close it. Because I never noticed, because I close the application all the time, but then when you don't close it, you just put your PC into sleep mode all the time, whether it be manually or automatic. Yeah, you start to notice, you start to see that update button up to the top corner a lot more often. Like, wow, never realized they actively rolled out Chrome updates on PC as often as they apparently do. Not to imply that they never did it before, but because it's always, if you're always closing it and everything, you never pick up on it. But then when you never close the app, it's like, oh, suddenly you actually take notice of it.
Also, because you haven't been updating your Chrome, they have lost out money, which is why they weren't able to keep Google Stadia going.
No, it's clearly all my. Even though they already announced that they were going to do that, I probably wasn't even still using my PC actively as I am now by the time they got close to doing that. Also, I thought I freaking muted the speakers on here so early. Yeah, so just a few moments ago, there's a freaking, you hear Windows 10 notification sounds. That's the PC, because I'm pretty sure I just freaking muted the speakers earlier, and I guess they got unmuted for some reason. Hold up, did me adjusting the volume do that? Oh, that's why, because I think I lowered the volume. Because I think I lowered the volume, it was at 22, and I lowered it to 20, and apparently that undoes the mute, which I'm not entirely sure why that does.
Undoes the mute.
Yes, undoes, yeah. Look, Scott, look, the English language is ridiculous anyway, so let's treat it accordingly, okay?
Have you seen Swedish?
You could throw whatever crap you want to get. Yeah, see what I'm doing right now? You could throw any freaking noises out of your face that you want to, and it could probably make some sense. But yeah, me putting the volume down like two points there undid the mute, which I could understand if I actually clicked and dragged, because when you do that, it plays the sound effect to be reflective of how loud the sound is supposed to be. But I found out some time ago you can just use the freaking scroll wheel on the mouse to adjust the freaking volume, and it doesn't play the sound. And so yeah, I'm gonna mute that again, even though I don't have to mute it because of notifications anymore, because I'm probably not gonna get any of those. But if I have anything that has audio, that will be heard. So, yeah.
Don't tempt me,
Enemy
boy.
securing Bravo.
Copy. UAV is on station. Recon online.
Alright, well, I opened it. Let me check this.
We're losing Bravo.
That's...
We secured two
Alright, I didn't even
objectives.
click this. I didn't go the right path that
More
I was
strikers
thinking.
inbound.
I went straight to settings and not the
Securing objective
about
Charlie.
Chrome section. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, Chrome is not
Chrome said, I'm here
today.
to eat your RAM.
I'm here to eat your RAM.
I'm after all your RAM, buddy. You got any more of that RAM? Yeah, I need some more RAM.
I'm gonna get all 12 gigs of it.
Crump said, no, I'm gonna need at least 16, buddy.
16. Oh no. Wow.
Bravo secure.
Yeah, I knew I should have downloaded at least 4 gigs at some point. I've had this PC for freaking years.
Did you just...
Enemy taking Bravo.
Did you just say
Did you just
download
do the fucking...
4 extra gigs?
Oh my fucking god. Did you really just do the old dad joke of download more RAM?
Don't download more. Well, I mean, I didn't never consider that dad joke as something that I heard. Like, oh no,
shit.
I didn't download more RAM.
Two objectives secure.
I didn't download the
Maybe
RAM.
you should go download more RAM.
We're losing
Yeah,
Bravo.
just I mean, you can get so much of it. It's just not that big of a deal. You can just download more of it.
If you go to the
That'd be
handy dandy
some crap, though,
website,
if we get to a
totally
point.
not a scam.com.us,
Totally not a scam.
.China,
We're taking Bravo.
then you can
It
totally...
looks like it's a frickin' 90s website ad. It's got like solid blue background colors because they didn't know, like, you do realize you can have like different shades of this, right? No, it must be all the same. It must be one solid color. It looks like it was done in Microsoft PowerPoint or something.
No, it was made in Microsoft Paint.
One-
But the problem is Microsoft Paint don't even exist no more. They had to go dig up a computer from 1955. Don't worry don't worry about that not making sense. The timelines will fix themselves.
Well, like, part of that's not, or at least I thought was accurate, because the old Microsoft Paint doesn't exist anymore. But then I actually realized a little bit ago that at least it's on my PC still. Because I went and, let's see, there's a, Windows Accessories folder. Yeah, Paint. Still there. I don't know. Oh
Good.
gosh, I just right-clicked on it and there's recent things in here. I probably have used this for a few things. Did I actually get anywhere with any of those? Heck, if I freaking know. I don't even remember these being on here.
Good,
Goes
draw
to
me
show
a
the
picture.
relevancy.
Enemy UAV
Oh,
active.
I'm gonna make you a picture. I'm gonna go in
The
here.
enemy holds two objectives.
Use
Keep securing Alpha.
Alright, apparently one of them has a title of used for thumbnails. Oh, I think I might remember what that one is without even having to.
Securing Alpha.
I think that was the one that I literally just replicated a freaking end screen that you did. And I never did anything with it. And I didn't even know that you did anything with it up to a certain point until I started, quote, still started, watching some of your playthroughs. I don't even know how long ago. I haven't picked that back up. I got like, I don't know, 13 parts into Fear 1 and I haven't gone back to it yet.
Good.
Good!
Good.
Scott, you can't, come on man, you gotta be, if there's anything on your channel that you need to be proud of, it needs to be the Fear playthrough. That was the thing that you wanted to do.
Yeah, but I could have
Play
done
through
it
all
better.
of them. Huh?
Yeah, but I could have done it better.
I mean, that's always gonna be the thing, guys. I could have done it better.
Like, that's the thing, I could have done it better.
We're getting hit hard. Watch your fire!
I mean, I could give you a, freaking, like, let's say, like, I mean, none of it matters at this point anyway, unless you want to go out of your way to freaking reorganize the crap, which I don't think you would, which, quite frankly, probably, I guess you wouldn't do anymore.
Fuck no, I ain't organizing
It's
shit.
just...
I don't even have my ammunition organized properly, Shadow. What makes you think I'm organizing shit?
Get after him. Mission
I mean, all I would have said is I could give you criticism on putting all of that stuff into one like, well, matter of fact, I don't even know if it was ever on a actual playlist. I don't know if you have that anymore. Either way, you considered the Fear playthroughs to be all one thing instead of different playthroughs. I'm like, all right, well, I mean, that's not the way. I don't think that's the way I would have done it, but whatever. That's why I've never given you crap about it, because I was just like, all right, you know what? No, just don't do that. It's just kind of like petty at that point. It's like, whatever, it's his channel. Let him organize the crap the way he wants to. But yeah. It's alright. It's alright. I'll probably get back to it at some point, and then I'll like watch another like 13 videos, and then I'll probably stop, and then it'll be like another 5 months till I get to the next one. But hey, the thing is though, at least it's not like it's actually something on your channel that I've never actually watched. So, you know, regardless of quality, or whatever, it's not me rewatching the same, like, set of videos over and over that I know everything that's in them, more or less. But for what it's worth, I think relatively I'd have to pay more attention and watch, you know, really just immerse myself in the video. I'd have to pay more attention and watch more of them again to be like, I'd have to watch them more again to figure out like how much of like early Let's Play vibes you captured.
Lock it down.
Because like I feel like it's there, or the potential for it to be there is like, because like I'm trying to think. I don't remember if trying to remember what the video resolution or quality for those videos was. I know it was like, actually it probably was. All right, well this is the thing. The first video.
I just got killed by AIDS.
I think the first video is full like HD 1080p. All the other ones that I noticed, for some reason, all the other ones are 720p. I don't know why, but that's the resolution that you're dealing with. Now, granted, a few things. For one, if you're going off of YouTube standards, for some reason, and it's been like this for a while now, for some reason, I guess YouTube doesn't consider 720p to be HD anymore, because when you go to select the resolutions for a video, HD, the little like HD label, is not next to 720p anymore. It's just 1080p and 1440. I don't know why. It doesn't really matter or change anything, but it's kind of like that was labeled as considered HD for a time, and now it's just not. It's like, all right.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Just get. Yeah. I don't know. It's been like that for a while, and I just noticed. It's a small thing I noticed because, of course, I notice crap like that, and I'm just like, that's not only is that not accurate, but it's also completely opposite of what it has been in the past. Like, if they never put it HD next to it, then okay, whatever, it's nothing different. But yeah, but like they label like 2160 is 4K as you would expect, so like that's right. And the other two are still HD. The 720p, no, apparently it doesn't get that anymore. But anyway, as far as being relevant to the playthrough though, regardless of it being that one just being 1080p and the rest being 720, honestly it probably doesn't matter that much because like that given you're playing a PlayStation 3 game and it's a port of a game that came out on the PS3 port of a game that came out like 2007, 2008. The game itself might not even run it. The game itself probably runs at like 720p anyway.
Yeah.
And so, like, and even then, it's just like, regardless of if it runs at that, it's still, you know, that era anyway. So, like, even if it is 720p, it's still gonna look fine. You know, it's not like, you know, of that era, you'd have to dumb it down to like 360 or 240 or whatever to really start making even that look bad. If it was a much newer game, then it being 720p would be like, alright, it looks, you know, whatever, but, like, not terrible, but it's starting to kind of get on the lower end. But, there's like, I spelled the frickin' start menu just left. There's like frickin', why have they made so many games? Okay, well, first of all, I don't know why, because they got the original Paint, and then they got Paint 3D, but it's not like, the icon isn't the same. So, I don't know what the deal is with that, like what that one is. Because the actual Paint 3D is like up here in the...
What can I say? I'm not a Microsoft Paint expert.
You are. Well, I'm Microsoft Paint enthusiast. But yeah, that's all right.
I'm Neil the Man.
Basically,
that's
freaking like all that that freaking Windows accessories folder is basically just all the older legacy stuff that no one probably really uses anymore. Or probably even realizes that's still, I guess, technically on their PC, but they
man, you run off like Windows 3.
Windows 3?
Windows 5, looking at us.
I don't even know if there was a...
I know.
Well, I'm trying to think. I don't know. I mean, technically speaking, there was a third with Windows, but I don't know if it was referred to it. It might have been. I don't know. It was either that or, like, Windows 95 or something was, like, technically Windows 3. I don't know.
I'm not a Windows expert.
Alright, you know what? That gives me something to look up on my freaking empty blank freaking new tab on Chrome right now. We're gonna go down the chronological order of Windows operating system releases. That's what we'll do. That'll be our gimmick for the night. We need to have, this is what we need to do, like every other party chat we join, we just need to have like some obligatory gimmick that we search up, where we just search up random crap for that night.
Sure, we'll pull that up.
That'll be it. But, let me see. I'm gonna go incognito, not because of anything bad that I'm looking up, but because I don't care to have this be an actual thing that gets held on to. Alright. Let's see.
Oh, but your obsession with Japanese anime dogs.
Certain Japanese, certain Japanese literature, certain Japanese, artistry.
Relocating. Stand by.
When
Enemy personnel at the hard point.
operating systems.
Target area updated. Move to the hard
Alright,
point.
let me put a list of... For the record, I'm typing with a mouse right now. Yes, I said typing with a mouse. Because that is the world we live in, where you can bring up an on-screen keyboard and type with your mouse. Why, you ask? Because, there's no space for my keyboard on my TV stand, and yeah, I haven't really used it. And I don't find myself having to type, all that much stuff anyway, so I haven't really needed it. But, and also for a little while, my freaking keyboard was where it was, and still where it is right now. Batteries frickin' were dead in it, so I couldn't even use it, but I put new batteries in it, so it is usable now, but I'm, of course, still not using it.
Friendly care package on the way.
My room is a certain kind of a mess that I need to sort out, and have needed to make more effort into sorting out that I intended on doing like a month ago, and still haven't made much actual progress. I have an issue that I'm trying to eventually work through, and will be
Yeah, no,
I will be a better person on the other side.
Look at VTuber figures in jars.
In jars.
Target down.
No, they're not in jars. They're just in their original packaging and everything.
In jars.
You know, they got dust that I can never seem to get rid of off the top of.
They're in jars.
They're in jars.
And we know exactly what kind of fucking jar it is.
Bold of you to assume I have that many jars. And I don't I'm not even saying that because of how many of them I have. I'm just saying bold of you to assume I have like 3 jars.
So you're saying you at least have 1 jar?
Yeah, probably. I don't know what it'd be. It probably got changed or something in the freaking other room somewhere. I don't know. I'm sure there's at least 1 jar in the room there. It's probably filled with freaking pennies because what the freaking crap else are you gonna do with pennies?
Put them in a fucking railgun and shoot them at people?
Just put them in a railgun. Just pelt people with freaking with pennies. It's so low on the list of currencies that we're just like, you know what? Let's just pelt people with these things. Be better off. You can't freaking buy anything with them. I can't use them in a vending machine. I can't use them in the vending machine at work. So it's clearly they're not worth anything to me. If I could, I probably would use them in the vending machine. But I guess 1 cent is just it's not good enough. You got to have at least 10 or more. And it's like, and I can't even give it like 10 pennies, which would be the same freaking thing. But no, it's got a thing against the penny itself. It doesn't matter if the worth adds up. It's just like, no, it's a penny, so it doesn't matter. It's like,
yeah, you know why?
Well,
think about it, there's only so much room inside the fucking vending machine they have to work with. If everyone starts paying in fucking pennies, this thing's gonna fill up in like 2
everybody
seconds.
starts paying in pennies. Well, the thing is, I can't even pay one of the vending machines. I can't even freaking pay it with dollars like I'm supposed to because, freaking heck if I know. At this point, the thing that takes the dollars works so little of the time. Honestly, I can't tell if they just gave up and were like, "Screw it, we're not doing anything with this," or they just aren't. They aren't observant enough to notice that when it actually gets messed up, or what the deal is.
Because Carl broke it.
Yeah. Dang it, Carl.
You see, he got his jars at home mixed up, so his bills got covered in a very certain viscous.
It got covered in a certain
material,
liquid of unknown origin.
A rather sticky liquid.
Reloading.
Some might even say
you don't have to say it like that.
Some might even say it would be salty.
So salty.
It contains a lot of information.
Information.
It can aid you if you have the wrong one.
Hardpoint relocated. Secure the
But
site
it's just, I don't know. I mean, not only that, but that vending machine has also taken, that vending machine has taken dollars from me and not even given anything to me back for said dollar. That vending machine has literally stolen like $2 from me. And didn't give me anything. And it was like, alright. It's like, I literally just like, I didn't even pay for anything. I just went up, gave it $1, and it was like, oh, thank you, and then bye. It said bye. Not taking anything from you. It's like, oh, so I can't even trust the little green light on here when it's lit up because there's a chance that it will take my $1 and not even register that it took $1, and then it just it's messed up now, and now nobody else, including me, can put another dollar in because it doesn't want to take anything. So it's not that greedy. It wanted to screw you out of whatever dollar bill you put in there first, but it will stop there. It won't take anything else from you. It will only screw you over once. Thank goodness I never put a 5 in there. It was just like two instances where I put a dollar, but thankfully it wasn't the 5 that I have, because then I'd be out of $5, which is much worse.